I was hyped for Crisis on Infinite Earth. I made 9 videos of it before it came out, minus the review of part 1. But when I finally watched the whole crossover, I was disappointed. I was hoping for some really awesome, something special, like the fan-made trailer for Crisis. Link will be in the description. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed Crisis on Infinite Earths. Part 2 is my favorite part, but only because of all the cameos. We had Kevin Conroy playing an evil Batman, which I actually liked. We've seen Conroy as a good Batman since 1992, and then 27 years later, he is an evil Batman from Kingdom Come. We also got Brandon Routh as Superman again in this episode. I love Brandon Routh as Superman. If Henry Cavill doesn't work, cast this guy. He's great. And we also got to see Tom Welling returning as Clark Kent, and him giving up his powers actually made sense to me. Clark never wanted his powers, he always just wanted to be a normal person. That's why I love this scene. But when I go away from my personal perspective and to the film perspective, episode 4 is the best. The only episode that actually had real stakes. We know Oliver Queen is going to die. We've known that for about a year, but he dies in the first episode and in the very first fight. We've also known since season 1 that Flash will die in a crisis, but we know that Oliver have made a bargain with the Monitor to save Barry and Kara. So in part 3, when everyone thinks Barry will die, we don't. And we matter. When we don't think that Barry is going to die, no, I'm sorry, when we know that Barry isn't going to die. It doesn't matter if all the characters think Barry is going to die, because we are the highest priority. And guess what? Barry doesn't die. The stupidest thing happens. 90s Flash dies. Most of the audience watching the Arrowverse doesn't know of the show from 1990 or haven't watched it. So should we care? We've only seen him in what, 2 or 3 minutes in Elseworlds, and we know nothing of him. Praising part 4 more. Some of the scenes are actually shot like a real movie, telling us that the most of the budget went into this episode. But when we get into the dumbest episode, part 5. It's the worst episode in the whole crossover. Sure, I like that all the main Earths were combined after the ending of part 4 where Oliver created Earth Prime. When the poster got released of the last 2 parts of Crisis showed Oliver as the Spectre, I was... First of all, when Oliver died he should have stayed dead, but I was wrong. When I watched part 4 I liked Spectre Oliver, but he died again. Those were my thoughts of Crisis on Infinite Earths. What are your thoughts on the crossover? I can guess if you watch this video you've watched Crisis cause spoilers. And you probably have thoughts. Leave them down in the comments and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!